Hey guys, and like I promised, this is the review video, the first one that I'm doing, of course, since I came back. And this is the one that you, the people, voted for me to do when I came back. Let me turn this up just a little bit so you can hear me. The review that I'm going to be doing is Best in the World 2012, the event that Ring of Honor did. That was held on June 24th, 2012. So, with that being said, let's get to the matches. Opening contest was the Briscoes against the Guardians of Truth. This was the worst match of the show, I thought, and because the ropes were very loose the entire time, and you could see that somebody was fixing the ropes during this match. So you know that something was wrong. Fans were getting on the ring crew. Briscoes got the win in that match. I don't even remember how they won, to be honest. That's how bad this match was, that I forgot how the Briscoes won the match. After it, the Guardians of Truth attacked the Briscoes, only for the Briscoes to fight back a little bit, and the Guardians of Truth leave. Next match is Homicide against Eddie Edwards. This was a good match. It was an okay to good match. Homicide looked a little bit better than he had in the past couple of Ring of Honor shows that I had seen from him. Eddie Edwards' elbow was bandaged up, banged up from training. That was the story going into that match. Homicide got the win with the Gringo Killer. Apparently we can't call it the Cop Killer anymore. You know what? I prefer the Cop Killer instead of the Gringo Killer. But that's just my opinion. Homicide got the win. And then we go to Kyle O'Reilly against Adam Cole, hybrid fighting rules. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I had not seen this match until I, was watching it. I'd heard what the people said about this match. I'd seen the pictures of Adam Cole. Holy shit, what a match that was. I mean, these two guys just went out, busted their ass, and it went like another 10 degrees when Adam Cole's mouth was busted open. And if you missed it, or if you don't want to see it, I'll tell you where he got cut right about here on the lip. And there's this one moment where at first, the blood of Adam Cole is on O'Reilly's body. It's just on his body. And then there's one point where Cole is on his knees. He's getting fired up. The blood is coming out like a water fountain. And then he just spits and there's blood coming out. And it was just unbelievable. It was insane. The crowd was going crazy. The commentators were going crazy. They had the ring physician come. They wanted to try and stop the match. Adam Cole would not allow them to stop the match. It ended when Adam Cole got the figure 4 leg lock on Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly tapped out. Pardon me. And Adam Cole got the win in a fantastic match. Just a tremendous match. And, I really hate to say it, but it's true. When Adam Cole was bleeding the way he was, because the match was already good, it went better after that. And I don't usually condone any idea of blood makes the match better. But this was an accidental cut, and it seemed like it was either from the last kick, because they were trading series of kicks, O'Reilly and Cole were. It was either the last kick that O'Reilly threw or the first punch after the series of kicks. That was when Adam Cole was bleeding from the top of his lip. is just absolutely insane. And then we get Finlay against Michael Elgin. Now, before this match, they showed a promo that the House of Truth was cutting. And Michael Elgin, at the end of the promo, told both Roderick Strong and Truth Martini, stay in the back. I've got this match by myself. So we get the match, and this was a better match for Finlay, in my opinion. Between the Border Wars match that he had with Roderick Strong and the match with Michael Elgin, this ended up being a little bit better of the two matches. And I really like the ending of this match. Finlay hits the Finlay roll, 1-2 kick out. Does the air raid crash, 1-2 kick out. Then he hits a tombstone pile driver, 1-2 kick out. So then Elgin comes back, hits the buckle bomb on Finlay, and then he does the spinning power bomb. 1-2-3, Michael Elgin got the win. And then later we'd find out that Paul Turner, the referee for the match, was fined $250 because you got to remember now in Ring of Honor, the rule is if anybody uses the pile driver, they are automatically disqualified. And apparently Paul Turner made a mistake, and that was that. So we come back from intermission, and we start off with the Prodigy Service announcement. Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, and Brutal Bob Evans in the ring. Bennett just basically bashes the people of New York City. I mean, the New York fans just absolutely hate this guy with a passion. One, I think, because he's from Boston, which is the main reason. And two, he just acts so good as an arrogant prick. So, Maria and Mike start to make out in the middle of the ring, and the fans are chanting sloppy seconds and all that. When all of a sudden, here comes Mike Mando coming into the ring. And he cuts this good promo saying how it has always been his dream to wrestle in the Hammerstein Ballroom. He's lived in Long Island. He's a New Yorker. And then the famous last phrase of his promo, I absolutely love it. I remember because I didn't get to see it the day this happened. But I remember the last line. It was so great. He says at the end, after I'm done fighting you, meaning Mike Bennett, he goes over and he says, I'm gonna you. And the crowd just ate it up. Oh my God, it was so great. So Mike Bennett and Mike Mando have a match in their street clothes, which actually is sort of cool. I actually don't mind when two guys have a match when they're in street clothes, when it's impromptu. Bennett has the advantage for a little bit. Mando comes back. They trade back and forth for a couple of minutes. And then Mando gets a quick 1-2-3 on Mike Bennett, scoring the win. And then I love, after the match, Nigel McGuinness goes, hey, Kevin, Mando said after he was done fighting Mike, he was with Maria. Do you think he's going to still do that? And then Kevin's like, Maria, you better lock up your door tonight in the hotel room. Oh, that was great. That was really, I love that. That was really great. And then we go to the World TV title match. This is a triple threat elimination match. Tommaso Ciampa, Jay Lethal, Roderick Strong TV title. From the entrance all the way to the end, this match was just insane. But it was good. This was a good match. And I'm telling you guys, for those who don't believe Tommaso Ciampa can be a future star in this business, watch this match. Watch the one from Border Wars. Ciampa is just great. He's going to be the next breakout star to go to WWE, I think. Him and Elgin. But I'll save that topic for another day. This was really good. It was a good triple threat match. There was even at one point a very cool spot where Jay Lethal has the figure 4 on Roderick Strong and then puts the crossface, on Tommaso Ciampa at the same time. And that was pretty damn cool. It really was. A lot of, dives by Lethal, Strong with the strong style, no pun intended. Ciampa with his hard physical hitting. And in the end of the match, this was a good ending. Because, I thought about it at first, like they really seemed to rush the ending, but it was a good ending. Ciampa and Strong are in the ring. Jay Lethal chases R.D. Evans and Prince Nana around the ring. Nana rolls into the ring. Ciampa's got Strong set up for what looks like a powerbomb. Nana accidentally rolls over the ankles of Ciampa. Strong lands on top of him. 1, 2, 3. Tommaso Ciampa's the first man eliminated from the match. And then Jay Lethal comes back in the ring. He tries the handspring back elbow. Truth Martini hits him with the Book of Truth. And then Roderick Strong hits this suplex backbreaker. 1, 2, 3. Roderick Strong wins, retains the TV title. This was crazy good. Like I said, from the entrance to the end. I never thought I'd say that about a match. Where the entrance would build you up for a match. All the way to the end. And this is even going to WrestleMania. Because God knows when we get to WrestleMania, they got the big special entrances for certain guys. This match, is just a regular entrance. Ciampa's going crazy. Lethal, is ready. Ciampa wants to kill Lethal. It was just great. It really was. Excuse me. And now we go to the Ring of Honor World Tag Team title match, which I guess you could say now, today, is somewhat of a controversial match because of what Kenny King would do later on. So anyway, the All Night Express faced wrestling's greatest tag team for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. The stipulation to the match is if Hoss and Benjamin lose by disqualification, they lose the titles. And the first couple of minutes of this match, Kenny King was in the ring. He got offense in, and then he was getting beat up. And then he hits Hoss and Benjamin with the double DDT, tags in Titus. Titus gets some action in. And then, they go to the floor. Benjamin hits Titus with the belt. And Titus starts to bleed. So Hoss and Titus are in the ring. And then you can hear Kenny King over in the corner screaming, "Get your ass up!" Meaning Titus. And then later, like 30 seconds later, he'd be like, "Titus, you get your bitch ass up!" And I'm like, whoa, I thought you guys were best friends. I wouldn't tell my best friend to get his bitch ass up. I'd tell him to get his ass up, but I wouldn't tell him to get your bitch ass up. So then the end of the match. This was a weird ending to the match. Hoss and Benjamin are going to do the leap of faith move. Kenny King comes in, hits Benjamin with a knockdown. Hoss looks to see what happens. Titus gets a schoolboy onto Hoss. 1, 2, 3. Titus and King win. They're the new tag team champions. And they celebrate with champagne. They had champagne under the ring. And then after the match, Hoss and Benjamin beat up the champs, sore losers. But Titus and King would end up becoming the new tag team champions. But they wouldn't be champions for long, as we all know what happened after that. And then we go to the main event. Davey Richards versus Kevin Steen, Ring of Honor World Title. Anything goes. Now, Steve Corino comes out first, and he says that he is going to sit at commentary for this match. And then Jim Cornette comes out, and he says, I know what you're trying to pull. If Steen gets in trouble, you're going to try and get involved. So I am going to sit next to you. So we have Steve Corino, and we got Jim Cornette already. So after the intros, all of a sudden, here comes Kyle O'Reilly out. And he tells Richards straight up, I am done with you. Instead of stabbing you in the back, I'd rather stab you in the eyes. Okay. And he continues to say, I'm not going to be your lackey. I'm done with Team Richards. I'm done with Team Ambition. I'm for myself now. And he leaves. So the bell rings. And the first thing that happens, Steen goes outside. He's on the second row. He's making fun of Richards. Richards kicks Steen. Steen goes through the table. What a great way to start this match. And then chaos just ensues. I mean, at one point, the ring announcer, Bobby Cruz, gets knocked out. And then, you got chairs, you got tables involved. And then the referee for the match, Todd Sinclair, he gets kicked by Davey Richards. And then Paul Turner comes into the ring. And then Kevin Steen hits him with the package pile driver, knocking him out. And then Jimmy Jacobs comes in. And he's got the spike. And Jim Cornette comes in. He takes the spike away from Jimmy Jacobs. Carino comes into the ring. He knocks Cornette down. They roll to the floor. Meanwhile, Jimmy Jacobs gets another spike. Richards grabs him, throws him through the table. And then Carino, who has taken the spike that Jim Cornette took from Jimmy Jacobs, throws it in the ring. Richards grabs the spike. But then Kevin Steen pulls out another spike, hits him in the gut, hits the package pile driver. I know, this sounds like a lot, but trust me, this happened. 1, 2, 3, Kevin Steen wins, remains the Ring of Honor World Champion, and then he cuts a very good promo to end the show. All in all, I thought this was a good show. Not as good as last year's Best in the World, but this was a good show. If there are reasons why you should order this pay-per-view, Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, number one, right at the top of their list. I mean, you are not going to see a better 10, 12-minute match all year than that match. I mean, holy crap. I swear, I don't think I've seen wrestlers bleed a lot of times. It'll be from the head, the arm, the back, the legs, be it like a street fight or Hell in a Cell or a tournament, like a death match or something like that. But the way Adam Cole, like the way that blood was coming out, I swear, I've never seen anything like that. If I had to compare what would be the closest thing to it, it would have to be, I think it was the third or fourth Tournament of Death, when Sexy Eddie, his blood was coming out right around here and was just spraying all over, and he even had some blood coming into his mouth. That's how sick that was. That's probably the only thing that I can compare, Adam Cole's blood loss to anything for that matter. And then the heavyweight title match is a really good match, and the TV title match is really good. All in all, for an 8-match show, I'd say about 5 or 6 of the matches were in the range of okay to good to very good. The 2 matches that I'd skip would be the Briscoes and the Guardian of Truth. And actually, to be honest, I'd skip the tag team title match. I really wasn't that impressed with it. I really wasn't. But all in all, Best in the World 2012, good show. Get this pay-per-view for Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. I'm telling you, you guys will not regret watching that match and any other match that happens at Best in the World 2012.